I think it's my turn now. So two things. I think the first one is being empathic. So investors are getting all the time emails and calls, and people want stuff from them. So they are bombarded with emails and messages. So I will turn this around and say, okay, how can I deliver value to him? So that's always my main focus. So, and that's also the beauty of content. You could start your own show, your own podcast, your own live show, and interview the investor just to understand his needs, what is important for him, what are cases, what are reasons that he declined pitch ideas, how does a pitch slide look like for him, things like that, so that you really understand the needs of the investor, what is he looking for, so to identify your own product and to know and understand his needs. That's the first thing I would suggest. The other thing is, what is your minimum viable product? So do you already have a prototype or something? So that's is it already working? So you have to have already something that you can show, that you can demonstrate. Otherwise, it's always, I mean, PowerPoint presentations and Word documents, they see it all day long. But if they can see a prototype that is already working, this is something convincing. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you have to convince them, okay, it's already working and people are already using it. We have an iterative process where people are giving us constant feedback. If you can argument like this is much more convincing than saying, this is how our PowerPoint looks like. This is how our product will look like in 2 years. I mean, it's too much theoretical. So these two things: start your own podcast or your live show and interview the investors to understand their needs. And the second is a good prototype that is already working.